True warriors never fail to answer a call. May it be for battle or a rally for peace. In the heart of Mindanao, in one of the many islands of the Philippines, a city yearns to remind the world that peace can be attained.
Davao 2018, the IRONMAN 70.3 Asia-Pacific Champions.
And the first to answer its summon is the most iconic race ever to step foot in the country. On its second return to Davao City, the half Ironman race will be the beacon that sends a message to the world that peace is within arm's reach. By challenging the champions whose spirits are inspired by the passion for their sport. By testing the resilient heroes who live by their code to bring out the best in their abilities. And measuring the determination of brave warriors to triumph over any challenge. This is the ultimate test of physical and mental fortitude. This is the race for peace. This is the Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao, powered by Petron.
Circle. Number 4, Sam Better. Number 5, Marcus Rowley.
Good morning. Polo Good morning.
The sun rises on the day of the race, and the warriors prepare to face on the great trial ahead. Inspiration can come from many sources. May it be from family. But sometimes, inspiration can come from unexpected places.
I only started doing Ironman about 7 years ago. And the inspiration was a poster in a triathlon shop of a very old Chinese guy of about 67, 68 years old. And the guy in the shop said he did his first triathlon, first Ironman, just a few weeks ago. And that was his first after just a few months of training. And then I thought, well, if he can do it, I can do it too.
Throughout the years, he kept on taking the challenge. And now, he stands against the mighty sea of the IRONMAN 70.3 Davao race. But the race's 1.9 kilometer swim course is not to be underestimated. Equipped with the tough waves of the sea, the mighty warriors will swim against its current from Azuela Cove all the way back to its shores. And in more ways than one, the support these warriors get from the sidelines can inspire them to conquer the daunting challenge. This is the case for the 2018 Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao champion Mauricio Mendez, who considers the people of Davao as a source of his inspiration.
The race wouldn't be the same without the people in Davao. My motivation wouldn't be the same with the people here in Davao for this race. So if I can ask something, I will ask them to keep pushing to make this race possible and to scream my name out there so I get motivated.
All right, 5:58 on the official Timex race clock. We are looking forward to this race, the second edition of the Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao, powered by Podium.
Time passed by quickly as the gun fires. And the first to hit the waters are the male pros. Then after 2 minutes, the gun clocks again, and the female pros swam against the mighty sea. As the female pros were swimming through the waters, the age groupers steeled their hearts and minds against the course. In that fleeting moment, a man of spiritual faith stands among them, inspired by the idea of balancing spiritual and physical health.
I started my triathlon 6 years ago, and inspired ako dito kasi parang buhay na rin ng isang pare na kailangan talaga ng endurance, hindi lang spiritually, but really maging harmonize yun, body, mind, and spirit. Kailangan talaga nating balance.
He yearns to share this idea to his fellow brothers in faith, hoping to prove that a man must serve his body as well as he serves God. The signal has been given, and these brave souls ran towards the perilous sea, inspired by the gleaming hope that they will emerge victorious. While the age groupers continue to fight against the swim course, the male pros make a victorious return to the shore. First to set foot on land is Marcus Rowley, followed by Eric Watson and Sam Betten. They have a 24-second lead against reigning IRONMAN 70.3 Davao champion Mauricio Mendez, Tim Reed, and Anthony Costes. For the female pros, Manami Ijima is the first to rise from the waters, followed by the defending champion Radka Kalefeld and Caroline Steffen, who are 28 seconds away from the lead, while Kyrali Seidel and Dimity Lee Duke make up the last two of the top 5 women's pros out of the water. A warrior's passion for victory can conquer great ordeals. But sometimes, a simple inspiration, such as living a healthy lifestyle, can be enough fuel to conquer many challenges.
What inspires me the most is just really the physical aspect of it. Also, really, it's just a wonderful event to keep you fit and healthy, and definitely focus on many things in life.
As their inspiration propelled more of our warriors out of the water, they now enter the second part of the Ironman race. In every warrior's quest, there are always unexpected hurdles. And more often than not, it's a test to see if they have the resolve to struggle free from its grasp.
about the focus, and you just need to enjoy. You need to be committed, and it's more about the training that you do before. Once you know you've done the training, the day of the race, it's just doing it and enjoying it and do what you can. So you just need focus and not to give up.
But mere resolve is not enough to win over the 90-kilometer bike course that stretches from Azuela Cove all the way to Podium City. The athletes will face this trial under the scorching hot sun. In order to defeat this ordeal, a warrior must also have a trained body pushed past its own limit. The race continues, with Marcus Roli being the first to enter the bike course from transition. Chasing him from behind are Eric Watson and Sam Benton, while defending champion Mauricio Mendez is the fourth pro to exit transition, followed by Tim Reed. Halfway through the course, Marcus shows a remarkable display of resilience as he widens the gap between his chaser Anthony Costes with a 4-minute lead. While at the back, Tim Reed, Craig Alexander, and Sam Benton aggressively try to close in on the top two bikers of the race. Their brilliant resolve can only be matched with the hard training they endured in preparation for the race.
One of the hardest things din kasi sa triathlon, yung you train kasi on your own. Yes, you have a team, pero most of the time you train on your own. So ako, ang ginagawa ko, I picture yung feeling dun sa finish line, yung pakiramdam mo pag natapos ka. So iniisip ko lagi, nagsiswim ako ngayon, kailangan kong tapusin to para makalipat sa bike. Tapos kailangan magbike ako ng magbike para makapunta ako sa run. Kasi pag hindi ko ginawa yun, mas mabuti nang mahirapan ako sa training kaysa mahirapan ako race day itself.
While on the women's pro, Radka Kalafeld is now going toe-to-toe with Caroline Steffen for the position of first place. Her sheer focus in completing the race is what gives her the edge to dominate the course.
It's very important to stay hydrated so you don't have cramps during the race. Also, it is very important to stay focused the whole race, because if you won't stay focused, you can do little mistakes like riding in a pothole or riding off course or rolling your ankle and doing little mistakes. So stay focused the whole way.
Displaying nothing but sheer concentration, Radka and Caroline left Kyrali Seidel, Dimity Lee Duke, and Lisa Tayak behind as they dash forward, leading the race 4 minutes away from their competitors. Things don't always go smoothly in this race. As it drags on, the course claimed its first victim, and its 2018 Ironman 70.3 Davao champion, Mauricio Mendez.
I think sometimes you are meant to finish a race, sometimes you're not. This day for me was really hard. I had two different mechanical problems on the bike. Coming here from in the plane, my handlebar got broken. I suffered a little bit of that on the race, and then I flatted. So I think it was just not my day.
Unable to finish the race, Mau Mendez exited the course. But this setback isn't enough to break his tremendous resolve.
Yeah, of course. I still motivated. This is just a hard day, and I'm angry, and I just want to rest for a little bit. Just to process what happened. But after it, I have a race in 1 month, and I want to do very well. This was meant to be my race, but it wasn't my day.
The same resilient spirit lies with the local warriors in the race, who match every struggle with their toughness.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, bikers.
Yet some struggles lie in the mind, as stress can become a huge hindrance to any warrior in battle. Athlete Imon Monzon's way of overcoming the mental stress of the race lies in her confidence and the support of the people around her.
Yung distance itself, I think, is part of the mental challenge. But again, gaining confidence and having that positive mindset and then being with teammates and supportive people, I think, helps me conquer that.
Marcus Rowley shows his fierce mental fortitude as he finishes the bike course with a lead of 8 minutes and an average speed of 45 kilometers per hour. Then, Radka Kalefelt and Caroline Steffen are still locked as they enter the second transition. They will have to settle their battle at the daunting run course. 5 minutes behind of the two rivals, Kyrali Saito finished the bike course, followed by Dimity Lijuk a minute later. As our remaining heroes summon all their strength, they ride to the end of the bike course. But now, they will face the most difficult and exhausting part of the race. Exhausted from the two previous courses, they gather all the courage they can muster to conquer the next trial. Overcoming fear is the first step in fighting a great challenge. As the athletes enter the transition area again, they muster up every courage they can get to overcome their fears.
We always say courage is not the absence of fear. You know, it's overcoming fear. I've been racing for 12 years. I still have that fear when I go to the starting line. When you learn to overcome it, that's courage.
Coach Norman is a veteran triathlete. He leads his team by challenging the race with them, hoping to give them the confidence they need to subdue it on their own.
I think I need to show them how it's done, how Ironman is done. So we always say we walk the talk. So, you know, I needed to race for them to inspire them that it can be done. I want to show them that it only takes, you know, dedication, determination. You know, it's how you want it, and anything is possible.
And a testament to that dedication is Dr. Marivic Tan, whose courage comes from self-encouragement and the need to challenge yourself towards greater glory.
I like to tell myself encouraging stuff. I tell myself the race is like life. In life you have your ups and downs and it's not always easy. So if you can't handle this, then it's hard to handle life. So you gotta handle this. So that's what I tell myself. So I always aim to finish.
But for Kim Atienza, a man known for his knowledge and wisdom, the challenge in gaining courage lies in the constant battle against the unknown.
Ang courage na kailangan mo rito is the courage to conquer the unknown. Kasi iisipin mo I'm going to be swimming 3.8 kilometers and then biking 180 kilometers and then running a 42-kilometer race after. Kung yun ang iisipin mo, matatakot ka. Pero may paraan para hindi ka matakot. Magsimula ka muna sa mga maiksing distansya. Sprint muna, 51-50 muna. Then eventually, after a few 51-50s, you can do a half Ironman. And then you realize that you're capable.
And one of those heroes who are capable of achieving great things through unmatched strength and courage is Jimboy Donaire, a soldier from the Armed Forces of the Philippines, who races today in honor of his best friend and his fellow soldiers who died fighting for peace and the country.
I dedicate this race for my fellow soldiers die in Marawi first, and second is for my body was died last 2014 IED in Mati City. I'm so very blessed that to share my race so fellow soldiers who dedicate their life for this country.
But the ultimate goal is to show the world, as both a soldier and an athlete, that peace can be achieved through sports and not war. And so the race for peace heads for its final stretch as the athletes make their way to the last trial of the IRONMAN 70.3 race. A warrior's body tires over time, and the fear of being unable to press forward climbs up to the spine. Only by staying determined to accomplish what was started can a warrior truly achieve complete victory. The 21-kilometer two-loop run course will pass through the commercial districts of Davao, all the way to the finish line at the Azuela soccer field. It stands to test our warriors' determination as they will travel its flat roads under the sun's intense heat. Marcos still dominates the men's pros in the race, 3 minutes ahead of his new chaser, the two-time Ironman world champion Craig Alexander, leaving Tim Van Berkel and the rest of the male pros behind. In a clear display of absolute willpower, Marcos kept his lead against the mighty Crowley all the way to the finish line and was crowned as the new Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao champion for the male pros.
When I was here running towards the finish line, people were cheering on the sides, and it was just there. I forgot about all the pain here, and I just enjoyed the moment and here.
On the women's side, Radka and Caroline are still battling for the first place position. With only a few seconds ahead, Radka strengthens her determination as she widens the gap against Caroline Stephan and still remain as the Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao champion for the female pros.
What a great performance by Radka. And number 2 today here in Davao, Caroline Stephan.
Moments later, August Benedicto crosses the historic finish line, crowning him as the first Asian elite to finish today's IRONMAN 70.3 race. Merely crossing the finish line is not enough. They are determined to push past their limits and meet the goal they set for themselves.
Ang determinasyon ko, kukunin ko talaga, hindi abot ng 6 na oras ha. Kung kaya ko, basta yun ang beat ko, tatapusin ko talaga.
But nothing values finishing the race more than a soldier fighting for his fallen brethren in the name of country and peace.
I'm so very blessed. I'm the part of 40 years in Ironman, and this is my first time Ironman 70.3. And I learned a lot of Olympic distance in triathlon, but now I use my uniform in the running course to cross the finish line and to bring my banner.
One by one, the age groupers start crossing the finish line. Their triumphant victories fill their hearts with both relief and excitement, knowing they have conquered the IRONMAN 70.3 Davao race. But the event is far from over, as the true merits of the race comes after completing the fearsome course. While the champions celebrate their victory, they look back on the obstacles they faced and the thrill they felt upon its completion.
It was tough, definitely. Swim and bike together with Caroline, and then we started together on the run. We ran for the first 5K shoulder to shoulder, and it was hot, and I thought we were both gonna die here because we were pushing a really solid pace. And at the 5K mark, there was our nannies were standing on the side. So we saw Ruby and Sander cheering us on, and I think since I saw Ruby, that gave me extra power, and I just pushed on, and I managed to have stronger run at the end, and I won.
Masayang-masaya ako dahil sa late yung hindi ganun kahaba yung training ko ngayon. Maganda rin yung naging result ng time ko. So nagulat din ako na 4:19 nga. Ito yung pinaka-PB ko na time sa ngayon.
And the moment of triumph spreads as more of our proud warriors make it to the podium, basking in glory while expressing their humble gratitude.
It wasn't an easy race, but thanks to God and all the cheerers, the Davaoenos were so cheerful along the way, so it gave us a lot of encouragement, so I finished. I'm happy about it.
It's a good race for me since this course isn't really built for my skills because it's super flat and super windy. A guy who has a very small frame like me usually tend to find this course very difficult, but I ended up a spot in the podium, so it's great.
But more than victories and glory, this year's IRONMAN 70.3 Davao race is a celebration of bonds, camaraderie, and experience they shared throughout the event.
I think Ironman's all about camaraderie, about respecting your fellow human being, your fellow competitor, understanding that whilst you're having a hard day or a good day, so are they, and it's a respect for everybody in your community.
It is a race that promotes the core idea of peace by bringing people from all walks of life together in an attempt to accomplish a challenge greater than themselves.
I think every sport event,
sport event. Sport brings people together, which I think that's a sign of peace. You know, people do something together, people reach goals, people challenge themselves, and I think that's a big sign.
That sign is evident as every athlete, friend, and family join the festivity, sharing food and spreading joy to everyone around them.
Ice cream, durian ice cream, ube ice cream, beer. It feels like a celebration with different members of the community. I mean, I've been to different events then. Madaming food, definitely. And then again, yung sense of community, so you can see everyone saying hi to everyone. So parang victory lahat, I guess, like whatever they experience.
And through the dedication of Sunrise Events in Sports, this wonderful experience of peace became a reality.
We have been planning this race for the last 4 months with the Davao City government, and like how they run Davao, they want this to be perfect, they want it to be better than last year. So, naghanap kami ng mga areas to improve isa-isa-isa. Tapos, plinano namin yun ng 4 na buwan.
Along with the help of their longtime friends and partners, they have succeeded in making the race not only memorable, but also safe.
We have been partnering with Ironman for the past 2 years, and we have prepared well for this event. And we are very happy to be one of the presenters for this event. We are actually promoting road safety. We have secured safety for the participants, the triathletes.
We've closely coordinated with the local government unit of Davao, of course, together with the organizer Sunrise. This will ensure that the racers have the best experience here in Davao, and so they can hope to come back for more.
On top of it all, Sunrise Events and its partners assured the tri-people of Davao that their call for peace will be answered open-heartedly.
Gusto namin, yung mga taong walang peace, people should race for it. Parang we are dedicating this race for peace in the world and also in the Philippines.
And no one appreciates the race for peace even more than the people of Davao. Because this lets the whole world know that peace is within arm's reach. And soon that tranquil dream will reach the other regions of Mindanao.
We are happy. Dabaweños are happy of the recognition because coming from Mindanao, it is a big deal sa amin na sinasabi na merong kapayapaan sa lugar namin. So gusto namin na makita din other cities and other municipalities of Mindanao look into Davao City as a model so that peace will spread all over Mindanao.
As the one-of-a-kind adventure draws to a close, the athletes will carry in their hearts the memory of the race and its advocacy, as the very medal they wear is a memento of the historic gathering.
Pag makita niyo yung main symbol niya, ano siya, shaped like a dove. So it represents peace. Pero inside that dove, makita mo yung tatlong symbols ng swim, bike, run, pero shaped like a heart. So parang sa akin, I want every racer and athlete to carry that heart of peace when they participate.
The historic event reaches its conclusion. But its memory and the bonds forged under its name will continue to live on. This is the true nature of this race. This is where peace was attained. This is the Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao, powered by Petron. The Alveo IRONMAN 70.3 Davao powered by Petron would like to thank To Go Express, On, Tier, Goo Energy Gel, Vitargo, Rudy Project, Davao City Water District, Nature Spring, Light Water, Aboitiz Power, Davao Light, David Salon, Davao Metro Shuttle, Prudential Guarantee, Alaska Fortified, Alco Plus, Australia Harvest Oatmeal, Cetaphil, Blackwater, Devant, Finetti, Musli, Penong's Barbecue Seafood and Grill, Pepsi, Sanicare, Sante Barley, Sun Life Financial, Tadeco, Timex, TYK Bike Hub, One Sports on Signal, The Philippine Star, TriLife Magazine, AsiaTry.com, Finisher Picks, Active Network, Seda Abrisa Hotel, Park Inn by Radisson Davao, Waterfront Insular Hotel, Davao City, Life is Here, the Azuela Cove, and the Enderon Tent at the Azuela Cove, Province of Davao del Norte, Department of Public Works and Highways, Panabo City, Municipality of Carmen, Tagum City.